The reason I bring that up, and I love that, because as a rookie, Caitlin Clark finished the regular season leading rookies in scoring, field goals made, three-point field goals made, assists, steals, and minutes played, and she led the league in assists and three-pointers made. Think about that for a second.
19 assists in a single game, 337 assists in a season, and now more assists in her rookie year than 83% of WNBA players in their entire careers. The numbers don't lie. Caitlin Clark is a passing phenom, but it's not just about the stats. It's about how those passes are building a legacy, one assist at a time. So, what's next for this assist queen? Clark's vision on the court is like nothing we've seen before. She's not just breaking records, she's shattering expectations. With every no-look pass and perfectly timed dish, she's reshaping the game for the Indiana Fever. This isn't just about one player's success. It's about elevating an entire team. In this video, we'll talk about the assist records she's broken, but more importantly, break down how this has elevated key team members during her freshman season.
Clark, lobbing it beautifully to Boston.
But here's the reality. Clark's impact goes way beyond the numbers. We're talking about a star who's changing the face of basketball. So get ready, because we're about to dive into how one player's passing skills are transforming a team, a league, and maybe even the future of the sport itself. Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go.
Oh my God. But she's so crafty. This is what people don't know about Caitlin. She's not just a three-point shooter. She's a great passer, not a mediocre passer, not so-so. She is a great passer.
Think you know what a freshman season looks like? Caitlin Clark is shattering that image. Her assist totals aren't just breaking records. Heck, they're not just obliterating them. They're creating categories all in itself. She just set 62 records during her first-year campaign. But the real question is, how high can she set the bar? Let's talk numbers, because in Clark's case, they're nothing short of mind-blowing. 337 assists in a single season. That's not just good, it's a new all-time WNBA record. And those 19 assists in one game against the Dallas Wings? Another league record, smashing the previous mark of 18. But here's where it gets truly wild. Clark has more assists in her rookie year than 83% of WNBA players in their entire careers, ever. Let that sink in for a moment. We're not just witnessing greatness, we're seeing history being rewritten before our eyes.
History for the Fever rookie.
Clark's not just quick on the court, she's racing through the record books too. She became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 300 assists, hitting that milestone in just 34 games. That's the kind of pace that turns heads and drops jaws. In fact, she's on pace to have the highest ever assists per game in WNBA history, when it is all said and done. Now, you might be thinking, sure, but wasn't she known more for scoring in college? You're not wrong. Clark was a scoring machine at Iowa, averaging over 28 points per game. But here's the thing. She's not just maintaining her assist game in the pros, she's taken it to a whole new level. In fact, Clark's the only player in college Division I history to rack up over 3,000 points and 1,000 assists in a single career. She finished her college career with 3,951 points and 1,144 assists. That's the kind of dual threat capability that keeps defenders up at night and has fans on the edge of their seats. But it's not just about personal glory for Clark. Her playmaking ability is redefining what we expect from point guards in the WNBA. She's not just competing, she's setting the standard. Clark's averaging 8.4 assists per game, leading the league and positioning herself to break even more records.
Caitlin is a great teammate, and if she wasn't a great teammate, it might be hard. If she was walked around like she was the star, she doesn't walk around like that. She is a great teammate.
What's truly remarkable is how Clark's vision on the court is translating to the pro game. She's not just adapting, she's thriving. Every no-look pass, every perfectly timed dish, it's like watching a master at work. And remember, this is her debut season. Most players are still finding their footing at this stage. Clark, she's already leaving footprints all over the record books. But here's where Clark's impact really hits home. She's changing the game for the entire Indiana Fever team. Her assists aren't just numbers on a stat sheet. They're opportunities created, shots made, and games won. The Fever are no longer just another team. They're a force to be reckoned with, and Clark's playmaking is at the heart of that transformation. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
A lot of people don't understand that either about Caitlin. You don't know where those passes are going.
No,
Yo, I
it's going to
have
go
to
to where
match
she
those,
thinks
though.
you're going to
Yes.
score from. She's like a football.
Quarterback.
She's passing you into her route.
Peyton Manning.
Clark's playmaking genius has ignited a basketball revolution in Indiana. Yet, the true measure of her impact isn't just in her own stats. It's in the remarkable transformation of the players around her. The Fever's roster has been set ablaze by Clark's passing prowess, turning a once struggling team into a force to be reckoned with. Let's talk about Kelsey Mitchell. She's been with the Fever since 2018, but this season, she's playing like a whole new player. In her playoff debut, Mitchell dropped 21 points. That's not just a good game, that's a statement. While Mitchell has always been great, being the cornerstone of the Fever for the last 7 years, now that Clark's gravity draws the opposing team's best defender, she can do what she does best: find the basket. Suddenly, Mitchell is open for backdoor cuts or long-range jumpers. But with Clark's pinpoint passes finding her in the perfect spots, Mitchell's best has reached new heights. She reached a scorching career-high 19.2 points per game this season.
And Caitlin knows where Aaliyah Boston's going to be. Aaliyah Boston knows where Caitlin's going to be.
Caitlin and Aaliyah have almost a poetic pick-and-roll action going all the time. Caitlin can already find her teammates, but just the fluidity between her and Aaliyah, it's like they're on a different wavelength now.
Then there's Aaliyah Boston. The young center has been a beast in the paint, but with Clark feeding her the ball, she's unstoppable. The Clark-Boston duo, that's the top 1 assist combo in the league, with 105 out of Caitlin's record-breaking 337 assists going to Boston. In the playoffs, Boston put up a double-double that had fans on their feet. In fact, she's the youngest player in WNBA history to achieve 15 points and 15 rebounds in a playoff game. Clark's ability to draw defenders and create space has opened up scoring opportunities for Boston that simply weren't there before.
Because the two of you have something special brewing. How did you get that three-point groove going, Lexi?
I got to my spots, and she can find anyone pretty much anywhere. So I knew when I got it just to do my job and knock it down.
And let's not forget about Lexi Hull. She's been flying under the radar at the start of the season, but Clark's vision on the court has brought out the best in her game too. Hull's finding herself with open looks and easy buckets, all thanks to Clark's uncanny ability to see plays develop before anyone else. This has catapulted Hull to the top of the three-point shooting percentage leaders in 2024. But it's not just about individual performances. The entire Fever team is transforming before our eyes. Clark's averaging 8.4 assists per game, leading the league and setting the stage for even more broken records. Remember when the Fever were just another team struggling to make an impact? Those days are long gone. Now, they're transforming into contenders year in and year out, and Clark's playmaking is at the heart of that transformation. Every no-look pass, every perfectly timed dish. It's like watching a master conductor lead an orchestra. And her teammates? They're hitting all the right notes. Take that game against the Dallas Wings. Clark dished out 19 assists, setting a new league record. But the real story was how those assists translated into points for her teammates. Mitchell was draining threes, Boston was dominating in the paint, and Hull was finding her rhythm. It wasn't just Clark's show. It was a team performance elevated by her unique vision.
She's been better than even her biggest realistic supporters thought she would be. Right now, she leads the WNBA in assists.
And that belief? It's contagious. You can see it in the way the Fever play now. There's a confidence, a swagger that wasn't there before. They're not just hoping to compete, they're expecting to win. Heck, they took a veteran Connecticut team to the limit in Game 2. And if not for some questionable calls, they could have forced a Game 3 in Indiana. And it all starts with Clark's ability to see the game in a way that few others can. But here's the thing. Clark's impact goes beyond just the stats or even the wins. She's changing the culture of the Fever. She's showing that one player with the right mindset and skill set can elevate an entire team. It's not just about her personal glory. It's about making everyone around her better. Clark's impact extends far beyond the Fever's locker room. What if a single player could transform not just a team, but an entire professional league? The numbers are in, and they're staggering.
The WNBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just overall growth of the league.
Let's talk attendance. The Indiana Fever saw a jaw-dropping surge in fan turnout, jumping from about 230,000 last year to 650,000 this year. That's not just growth. It's a basketball revolution. Fans aren't just showing up, they're packing arenas to the rafters, desperate to catch a glimpse of Clark's magic on the court. But it's not just about butts and seats. The real game changer? Viewership. Clark's playoff debut drew a staggering 1.8 million viewers. To put that in perspective, It's one of the most watched games in WNBA history. And get this, it was competing against an NFL Sunday. In the world of sports broadcasting, that's like David taking on Goliath and winning. And Game 2, 2.5 million viewers. That's the most watched WNBA postseason game ever across ESPN platforms. This isn't a fluke or a one-time spike. The entire WNBA is riding the Clark wave. Regular season games averaged 1.2 million viewers, blowing past the previous year's 440,000. That's not just growth, it's a seismic shift in the sports viewing landscape.
It's incredible to play in front of the crowds. It's exciting to hear when they came in and told me, like, in just a few minutes, like, we're selling out of like gear and we're...
Clark's influence is so profound, it's got people talking about Clarkonomics. One insider put it best. She's driven the game to a whole new level by herself. No one has ever shown up to watch one player like they're showing up for her. It's not just hyperbole, it's the new reality of women's professional basketball. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark isn't just a player. She's a game changer, in the truest sense. Her style of play, those deep threes, those no-look passes, it's redefining what's possible on a basketball court. Some are even comparing her impact to that of Steph Curry in the men's game. She's not just playing within the system, she's reshaping it.
Just the things that are happening are so awesome for our sport, and what it's gonna and how it's gonna keep growing. It's just great for these players and what they have forward to look for and things that are gonna happen to them in the future because of this growth. I mean, it's just an exciting time, and I wouldn't say women's basketball, I'd say just sports in general.
This goes beyond stats and ticket sales. Clark is bringing a new energy, a new excitement to the WNBA. She's attracting fans who might never have given women's basketball a second glance. The ripple effects are massive. More viewers mean more revenue. More revenue means better salaries, better facilities, more investment in the league. It's a virtuous cycle that could elevate the entire sport. And it all started with one rookie from Iowa who decided to change the game. From NCAA superstar to WNBA sensation, Caitlin Clark's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. Her debut season with the Indiana Fever has rewritten the record books and transformed the team's fortunes. But this is just the beginning. As Clark looks to the future, her ambitions are clear. But her influence is already reaching far beyond state lines. With players like Clark leading the charge, the WNBA is poised for a new era of growth, excitement, and possibility. The game will never be the same. Are you curious about those 62 records? Then click the link on the screen. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. We will see you in the next one.